What's up, y'all? This is Valencia. This is my first iCast vlog, so I'm super excited. But anyway, what I wanted to come and talk to you guys about is my hair, my braid locks. So I started my braid locks in February of 2018, and I did it because I had just had my baby. I had my daughter. She was like 3 months old, and I just felt like I was struggling to look cute. First of all, I was struggling to look cute, and I felt like, what better time than now to lock my hair. It was something that I had thought about for years, and I was like, maybe I'll do it when I get older. And I don't know what I thought older was, but I just felt like I wanted to wear my hair in locks for several reasons. First of all, I didn't want to have to keep doing it so much. It's a lot of work. I was natural for literally ever. I never had a perm or anything like that. I did used to get my hair pressed like periodically growing up, but I wore it natural a lot, and I used to switch back and forth in between wearing it natural or straightening it. It got to the point when I started straightening my hair for myself. I mean, it was cool, but obviously heat damages your hair. And also something that was really bothersome to me was that like my hair frizzed up. It frizzed up in fog, it frizzed up. Any sign of moisture, my hair would just frizz up. Also, I have very bad dandruff. I'll tell you about that too. I had very bad dandruff, so my scalp would get dry right after I got my hair washed and conditioned and pressed. As soon as the heat from the comb got close to the scalp, dry instantly. I started in 2018. I decided to do it myself. What I did was I made all the parts. So I made all the parts, and then I braided a little bit of the hair down, like maybe this much, just to keep those parts. Then I decided I was going to interlock all my hair. So I started from the back, and I started interlocking, and it was taking a long time. It took a long time to interlock, so I was like, I probably did maybe I'm gonna say like 1/7 of my hair. I know that's so random, but like 1/7 of my hair, I believe I did like maybe 15%. 15% of my hair is interlocked. I started interlock in the back. So I don't know if you can see, but they tend to just be shorter in the back. Here's a good one, but it was much shorter because they shriveled up. All the ones that I interlocked shriveled up. Like my hair was it was a good length. Like the back was to my bra strap in the back, and the front was always shorter, so the front was probably like right here. If I was to like pull it, you know how the naturals, how we do, look at shrinkage, pull it down, you see how long it is. I'm out here doing my thing, shrinkage, so just so you can see, like, half crop, but it's just like shriveled. Okay, so then I was like, this is taking too long, so I'm just gonna establish it with braids. I did some research on braid locks. It's not a lot of videos about braid locks, but it's some people on YouTube that I've seen doing braid locks, and I looked at them, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna start that way because I felt like I could retain the length. So that's why I started with braid locks, because I thought that I would be able to retain the long hair. So my hair was really cute. It was curly. It was thinner, way thinner. It was like so flat. Like you could see the scalp. Like you could see through it if I was like just like this. Over time, it started to get just like thicker, but it got shorter too. The ends they kind of started to unravel. The ends started to unravel, and then like the middle part of the lock. I'm trying to see if I can find one for you guys. The middle part of some of the locks kind of stayed, and like you see the braid pattern. And so I probably have a really good one probably over here. See one of these blonde ones. You kind of see a braid pattern on this one, kind of. But you see it? Yeah, there's the braid pattern. But a lot of them, like, it's just in the middle. Like It's interlocked all the way right here. Where you see this, where you see big bulges in my hair, that's bunching. So that's bunching. So my hair, it is shriveled and it shrunk and it got shorter looking, but I know that helped it to look thick. So what I lost with the length, I gained with the thickness. So I'm happy about the thickness. Let me see what else. Oh, so since I had just had a baby, I had postpartum shed. So I'll show you guys that I actually braided this one up because I just be getting bored. I just be doing all types of crazy little stuff with my hair. So let me try to show you all this postpartum. But so I installed the locks, and my hairline was kind of looking, to me, I kind of noticed like in between a couple of braids that it looked like the gaps were like larger, but I don't remember like a certain amount of hair just coming out. Like there was never a time where it was just like hair just came out like in chunks. So what I started noticing though was that they were like, my hair was hanging on by literal strands. So I took those braids out. So I ended up having a bald spot. I'm not playing. I really had a bald spot. So I really ended up having a bald spot right here and right here. Is where I had like 2 gaping bald spots. So I wore this like very high ponytail. Like ponytail was like this with it. It was like this with it because I was trying to hide, or I have it in a bun, but you couldn't see that I was missing the edges. But so the edges started growing back out. They were like little bitty afros, and then I just, when they got a little bit of length, like literally just a little bit of length, I braided them. Then I started interlocking every time I did my hair. So now, I established them in February of 2018, and it probably like started to come out, like the hair, it was hanging on my strands, started to come out probably like 2 months after that. So that's when I just was like, let me just unbraid these. And I remember like I could feel where it had started to kind of lock up by the root. Another thing I did, so I did have some other hair that was hanging on from strands that I was like holding on to. So I ended up cutting. So, okay, so you see these, this is like my 2 that was like bald. These are my for sure spots. It was my temples that was bald. And if you ever look up postpartum shed, or you had any type of postpartum shedding, a lot of people have it right at their temples right here. I don't know why, but in like along the edge of the hairline. So these was like the major loss, like bald. These, I still had hair, but it was like hanging on by strands. So I cut all of these probably last year because it was kind of like, it just was really thin, and it just looked like I had tried to crochet them and hang on to them, but I just finally was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just let them go. And if you notice, they're all about the same length as the ones that was bald. It's about the same length. I'll hold them up. It grew back though, so I'm not tripping. I have never lost a lot, besides the ones that was postpartum shed. That was, you know, obviously hormonal. But other than that, throughout the whole entire head, I never lost a lot. I have 206. I know some people like to count them. I've heard 2 things: that you shouldn't count it, and, you know, some people just like to count them to get the, you know, idea of, you know, where their hair is, or how long, not how long their hair is, but like how many locks someone else would need to get the desired look. But it is very true what people say about locks. Like, everybody's locks are unique. So you can, like, there's so many people that I look at that I follow on Instagram, and you probably follow some of these people too. Danielle Locks. It's this one girl named like Shakira, Narissa Nefertiti. Her locks is all the way to the floor. Who else? Miss Ree, I believe. I follow her on Instagram. Her hair is so long and thick, and her locks are thicker than mine. All these people have like larger locks than me, but I like them. Marquisha Charmaine, I follow her and I see her journey. Ashanti, I think, is another one that I follow. It's so many beautiful women who have locks, and I look at them and I love their locks, because my goal for me is for my hair to be all the way to my ass. So me seeing their hair and it's all the way to their ass, and I just feel like that's what I want. That inspires me to, you know, keep doing this. Also, I want to know different things about different tips, like, you know, how they moisturize their hair, like what are they doing to maintain their locks, especially at that length. Is it heavy? You know, all the questions that you have. But so I follow a lot of women with locks that I really admire, but at the end of the day, although I follow them and I really do admire their locks, I know that my locks are a unique set of locks than anyone else's, and everybody's journey is unique. So you know, no matter what you do or which way you spin it, you can definitely follow people to get, you know, an idea of what they do and get some points and some tips, but always know that your locks are going to be unique to you. It's a different journey spiritually, the look and everything about it. Another point I would say is coloring my locks. Okay, so let's start with the color, and I'll show you guys too. So as you can see, these locks are like more orange or more bright than a lot of the other locks. Okay, so the first time I put any color or bleach in my locks was probably like 6 months in. Probably not even 6 months. It was about 5 or 6 months in to my journey. So what I did was just dyed a section of like a strip going back, all the way back, blonde. But it was very like spotty and stuff, because I didn't, you know, you have to put a lot on. But I used Splat, the box dye, and just blonde. And I bleached my hair in that one little strip. So then about a year later, last year, I ended up doing my hair in the summer again. So about a year from the time that I did the strip, the streak, I dyed my hair with peroxide, or I lightened my hair with peroxide. I did that probably a total of 3 times to achieve like this brownish color. That was cool. I mean, I really did. I liked the brown, but I wanted something lighter. So about a week ago, which is about, it was probably about 6 months or so from the last time that I did my whole hair peroxide, like lined it with peroxide. So about a week ago, I used 3 different box dyes. 2 was like a pinkish color and 1 was red. So I was trying to get ginger, like a ginger look. So I wanted them to be light, but I was like, I'm just gonna see if I could just do it with this. So I didn't bleach it first. So I got this like orangish burgundy color, which I like. I like it, but I just feel like it's not the color that I wanted. Like I wanted it to be just like light, like ginger. I wanted a ginger color, like how natural redheads, the color they have. I wanted my hair to be that color. So, but I just decided, like, you know, we on quarantine. I haven't seen anybody. Ain't nobody gonna see me. So what's the rush in, you know, dyeing my hair? Also, I do have my reservations because I am a little scared of bleach. That's why I did do it with peroxide before, to lighten it, because I felt like that was less harsh. But I have been doing a lot of research on women who actually have very long locks. Like, what do they do to maintain the length? Do they have breakage with the locks, you know, if it's color treated? And what I've seen based on that is that a lot of people, they basically just, if they don't moisturize their hair, they have breakage. So I'm a person that likes to moisturize my hair a lot. I'll do a whole video on like the routine, but I like to moisturize my hair often, especially it being color treated. I know I have to pay a little more attention to it because it's just like, you know, it's just drier whenever you bleach or color treat or have any chemical in your hair. And I feel like, you know, I'm trying to have the most natural hairstyle ever, but I still want to use some chemical because I want to play around with colors. Like, I feel like it'll be very fun, and I just want to, you know, do my thing. So I'm going to eventually do it that blonde ginger color, but I think I try to at least I want to space it out, how often I color my hair, even regarding like if I do bleach it and I get this nice bronze color that I want or copper color that I want eventually, I still wouldn't like do the roots. I'll probably just do it like once a year, just because in my head I feel like that's less damaging, and I may like the way it looks when it grows out, like, you know. So that, as far as color, that's pretty much it. I wash my hair about once a week. I started using Selsun Blue, this medicated shampoo for dandruff, and it's the blue bottle. And the shampoo is actually blue. I've been using that for over a year now, and when I tell you I don't have dandruff like that, I do not have dandruff like that. I don't even have to. Sometimes I even wash my hair every 2 weeks. Like, it's already been a week since I last washed my hair. But yeah, I really do like the Selsun Blue. I feel like it helps me a lot. It helps my hair to look, I mean, I just don't have no flakes no more. I don't have no flakes no more, and that was like something I was insecure about. It was something that was, I mean, it just wasn't cute, and it just didn't feel good, like hella flakes being in your hair. It just don't feel good. Oh, as far as how I maintain, so I mean, I started and I maintain my locks myself. I interlock. So I just finished interlocking this weekend. But yeah, I interlock myself. My parts are still pretty cool from when I first did it. Like, I have some good parts. My hair is not as frizzy as it was, but I still feel like my locks are frizzy. I like the frizz. I think that it's just something that I always tried to combat my whole life. Even when I was like a loose natural, like my hair would be frizzy or puffy, and it's just something that I embrace. I embrace about my hair, like it's big hair, and I love it. So I love it. I really love this journey. It's been very spiritual for me. I feel like it's helped me to be patient, because I'm a very impatient person. But I feel good. I love my locks. But one thing that I would say I wish I probably would have did, I mean, I don't care no more, but for a moment when I seen how like shriveled, how much they just like shrunk up on your girl, like this was like, this little part right here was like as long as this hair right here. My life, like, if I would have kept all of this is interlock, and this is braided right here, but my hair was like long, so it shriveled up maybe like about 4 times the length. Like it's like 4 times shorter than my hair was. So one thing I wish I think I did was treat my hair like sister locks. I see a lot of sister locks, like when they wash their hair, they band it or braid it, and that's why you always kind of see sister locks, especially in the beginning stages. I don't think that they do it. They do it up until their locks mature, so they won't experience any bunching, and which probably makes the locking process take a longer time. But from what I know, they wash their hair in the braids and wait until the braids are completely dry and then take them out. That way their hair won't bunch and they can retain the length, and it won't be like all these bunchy parts. And I mean, one thing about the bunchy parts I will say too is, since I interlock, when I'm trying to get through, I'm like, you know, I gotta get over this hump. So I mean, that's really it. And I was thinking about like, okay, so I'm always gonna have this bunchy parts. I'm thinking like, oh, you know, maybe, you know, the bunchy part is going to go away eventually. So, you know, I'll be able to slide it through a little easier. But I want my hair tailbone length. So because I want my hair tailbone length, I'm gonna keep this. I'm keeping this bunched up part. These are my starter locks. That's my bunched up part. I'm gonna keep it. So I just honestly, I just love my lock journey. I'm trying to think of every question I can think of. I moisturize my hair about once a day or every other day. I use a spritz water bottle all over, and then I use right now I make like my own oil. I might sell it one day, who knows. But basically in the oil I put, it's olive oil. Right now it's olive oil, grapeseed oil. The essential oils that I use right now are peppermint and ginger. I really like the scent. There's so many great benefits to ginger and peppermint oil and olive oil and grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil has a lot of vitamin E, and I just feel like it's a light oil to put on your hair. I don't put any heavy, I don't put anything. I do condition my hair. I condition my hair, and I'm gonna probably start conditioning it every other wash. I do apple cider vinegar detoxes with my hair, maybe about twice a year, and a lot of lint comes out. So I do feel like it's helpful. So I would suggest, like, if you know you want to make sure your hair is like really clean, to do an apple cider vinegar wash every now and then. But that's a whole different story. But pretty much 2 years lock, braid locks, the shrinkage is real, colored it once with bleach on a portion, peroxide the whole head, and then this like reddish orangish thing that I have going on, all box dyes besides the peroxide. I'm gonna do it again. I plan on bleaching it, and after I bleach it, I'm just gonna do semi-permanent color, like I'm gonna use the Adore like cellophanes or whatever for like the color, to deposit color, and I'll probably bleach it like once a year, the roots. Oh, styling. I don't wear a lot of styles. I do the famous infamous side part, but one thing about locks is this is how they end up. You can be doing anything. If you wear your hair down, if you ain't bobby pinning or clipping it, it always ends up like this. I mean, this part, I do this every now and then. This part right here. Oh, there we go. Get it on the right side. I do that part every now and then. I also do this ponytail that's just like right here. I do that a lot. It just falls every like way. It's really cute. Sometimes I do a bun, or I'll do like a mohawk with buns. I love beads. I love seashells, so I do a lot of seashells and stuff like that. I'll probably put some on soon because I just re-interlocked it, retightened my hair, whatever. So since I just retightened it, I feel like that's always the perfect time for me to add the beads or the shells, because it's gonna at least be 4 weeks until I retighten it again. So they end up staying on my hair until I wash it. I really like these. I also have some gold shells that I use. I don't know. I mean, it's so much to talk about. It's so much to cover, but those are the basics. I did them really small, but they still puffed up and thickened so much. So I think that that's one thing that I'm very happy about. Sometimes I wear a bonnet at night. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes my hair gets on my nerves. Sometimes it itches the back of my neck. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes I just be like, okay, I'm over it. I never really, I can't do a ponytail right now. I don't do anything tight. Sometimes I'll do some braids to the side. But anything tight, I just like, be all like, no. I did those little twists, like the jumbo twist on my locks, and I didn't like it, and I really didn't like taking all those rubber bands out. I'm very low maintenance with with my hair. I mean, not, maybe not low maintenance, because I do interlock it at least once a month or every 6 weeks. But as far as like, I'm not doing a bunch of styles. I just don't want nothing pulling my hair. I mean, I just don't like anything that feels tight. I don't even, when I interlock, I make sure I don't do it too tight, because I want to make sure that I'm comfortable. It's supposed to be a comfortable style. It's not supposed to be hurting your hair. Like, that's what I was moving away from. So I feel very free and I'm very happy. And I want to thank you guys for watching my first video. Over time, you know, it's going to get better. I'm going to have better backgrounds and stuff. But thank you guys. If you have any questions about my hair, please comment below. I will include it in the next video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow me on Instagram at Valencia Odds, follow me on Facebook, Valencia Odds, and y'all all have a wonderful day, and don't forget to spread love.